it's Raquel Berman here, and today I am here sharing a layout that I created for Jot Magazine. And this layout was one that I had completed for the October mood board, so I'm playing a bit of catch up at the moment. I've recently released a new big picture class. It's quite a big class in size than what I've done before, called Twist the Theme, and it has taken up a lot of my time, as well as a couple of other things that I've got going on with some scrapbooking contributions as well. So you'll find out about those soon, but I wanted to catch up on some videos and get some videos uploaded for you all. So I'm just showing you now the mood board from October that I used, and it was actually created by myself. So I created them and found the elements that make up this mood board. So of course I was going to enjoy making it if I had chosen the colour palette, but coincidentally the crepe paper cute girl collection worked beautiful with this. So what I'm showing you here is just the bits and pieces that I had from this collection, and this collection is one that I just had to have it all, and collections like that sort of don't come around very often where you want every single piece, but this crepe paper cute girl collection, as well as the cool kid collection that they did for the boy, I just had to have it all. I just adored every single piece. So what I've done to the right there is I've gathered, and it's a process that I normally do, I'll gather together all my bits and pieces from, say, the ephemera packs, the veneer packs, whatever other embellishment packs I might have, and I will sort of go through them. When I'm completing a mood board though, I will select things that not only will work with my photo, but also that will complement and are inspired by the mood board. So I definitely chose the same colour palette from the mood board, and then I was inspired by the stripes, so I chose that multicoloured stripe pattern paper. What else was in there? There was just some sort of design things, so how the paint palettes were sort of scattered. I thought I'd be able to maybe have some kind of staggered title on my page. And what I'm ending up documenting on this page is I'm documenting 3 things that my daughter loves at 3, and this was sort of documented right before she was due to turn 4, so I thought that that was good timing, and this photo was taken really recently as well. And what I'm doing is the wood veneer pieces, I think they're actually possibly Dear Lizzie ones, I think. And my first part with them was that I applied some like a gel medium to them and then some glitter, and I ended up finding that it was coming off on my fingers. Glitter is just one of those things you either love it or hate it. I like it, but I don't like it all over me. So I love the look of it, but I don't want it to end up everywhere. So I think possibly off camera I actually applied a coating over the top to sort of seal it in, because I was finding every time I touched it or brushed past that wood veneer piece, I was getting glitter everywhere. It was, really annoying. And because when you get glitter on one thing, you end up getting it, obviously, it spreads so quickly, so easily. So my next step now is that I've got the 3 large wood veneer pieces prepped and ready to go. And this layer actually was one that I come back to, I left, I come back to, I left, I come back to. And there are layouts that I do that follow this process. So this wasn't filmed all in one session. This was filmed over days. And even before I began filming, I think it had sat on my desk for quite a while. And I was shuffling and trying to figure out my design. And sometimes I definitely do get stuck like that, where nothing is falling into place and I have this idea in my mind of what I might want it to look like, and then it's not turning out that way. By this stage though, I'd sort of figured out that I wanted my photo in that bottom corner. I wanted to do a bit of a cluster to the left of the photo. I loved that little crown acetate piece on her hair. I thought that was super cute. And I knew that I wanted to incorporate the title into that love on that negative space on the photo. They're the things that I knew so far, and that's why you're seeing me starting to adhere certain bits and pieces down and layers down there. On that top right corner though, that I think that was the bit that was stumping me, was I really love layouts that I see that have that real graphic design, and you know, people can create quite simple not multi-layered layouts that are just so striking, and they look like they've come out of like a magazine or something. They just stand out, and they're so bold but so simple in actually putting them together. But I just don't think I think that way. So I think that's what I was struggling with the most, was the 3 wood veneer pieces and how I was going to arrange them on the page that they looked balanced on the layout as well, but also that they looked effective and appealing, and you know, that the layout stood out and was nice to look at. So what I ended up doing was I thought, well, maybe if I rest my journaling for those 3 things on some tags. And I pulled out the tags in the collection, but lots of them were very, they had designs on them, or they were bold and dark and just weren't going to work. So I grabbed the cut apart sheet, which you saw me do a couple of minutes back. And on that cut apart sheet, I cut out a few of the more neutral cut apart pieces, as you can see there now. And I turned them into tags. So I punched a hole in the top with my hole punch, and then I've snipped off the ends to make that tag end. So my thought is that will ground where I want to add my journaling. I've added little crochet thread bows to the end as well, just to make them look like proper tags. One thing I could have done was add maybe some reinforcement holes to them, but I felt it would have detracted a little bit from the design, so I didn't end up adding those. And now I'm just going through, I'm committing to the placement of those numbers. So I'd staggered them, and I wanted them to look, I didn't want them to be perfectly aligned all the same. I wanted to stagger them out that little bit. So I'm doing that there, and sort of overlapping in a way where they sit on that top of that page. And then what I'll sneak out from either sides of those veneer is some of her favorite things in icons. What I loved about this collection was that in terms of the icons that were included, there were things that she loved, like that little fairy wand, and she loves her fairy dancing and loves fairies in general. And there was unicorns and mermaids and all those things that my little girly girl, which she totally is, loves. So what I'm doing now is just typing up some of those things. Now I was just going to do 3, but then what I decided to do was do sort of 3 groupings of things. So say on the second one where there's a little picture of a doll, I think I include dolls, shopkins, mermaids in that sort of category of things. And that let me tell a bit more of the story. If I had just written 3 single things, I don't think I would have captured her at 3 properly, because kids are, well, I know that my 2 are ones that they have some things that they truly really love, but they love lots of things all equally as much. So yeah, I'm writing about that. And then I've added here that 3 things you love at 3, which I just thought was a nice way of using that negative space. I also love that with this photo, and that did influence definitely the layout design, that my daughter is looking up to that top right corner where that journaling is. I think that made the design and the balance of the layout that bit better. And here's the finished layout. So I hope you've enjoyed this today. I will be back soon with some more layout shares. And if you're keen to see some more things, go and check out Big Picture classes, as I've got a new class up there and I'd really love if you checked it out. So thanks everyone. Bye.